Controlling anger, a guide to understanding and managing it. Anger is one of the most powerful emotions we experience as humans. It's a natural reaction when we feel threatened, disrespected, or when things don't go our way. But while anger is normal, how we handle it can determine whether it becomes constructive or destructive. Prepare to be reborn. Amazing personality is your ticket to a brand new you. Dr. Sonia, the wizard of personal metamorphosis, is here to cast a spell of charisma and confidence over your life. Dive into a world where every aspect of your existence, from the mirror to your family dinner table, gets a magical makeover. Each video is a treasure chest of wisdom. Don't let a single gem slip through your fingers. In this journey, we'll explore what anger is, why we get angry, and what it does to our body and mind. Along the way, we'll share practical steps to manage anger in the moment and build long-term strategies to control it, empowering you to reclaim your peace and improve your mental health. Let's start with a simple definition. Anger is an emotional response to something that feels wrong or unjust. It's often triggered by external situations, like someone cutting you off in traffic, or internal feelings, like frustration or insecurity. On a biological level, anger is part of our survival mechanism. It triggers our body's fight or flight response, releasing hormones like adrenaline to prepare us for action. While anger itself isn't inherently bad, the way we express it matters. Expressed constructively, anger can motivate change or self-advocacy. But when expressed destructively, it can harm relationships, careers, and even our health. Understanding why we feel angry can help us manage it better. Anger is often an indicator of unmet expectations, fear, or a sense of injustice. It could stem from feeling unheard in a conversation, facing roadblocks to your goals, or even experiencing physical discomfort, like exhaustion or hunger. Our environment and past experiences also play a role. For example, if you grew up in a home where anger wasn't expressed healthily, you might mimic those patterns or suppress your feelings altogether. Both responses, explosive anger or internalizing it, can be harmful if left unchecked. When we get angry, our bodies jump into high alert. Our heart rate increases, our muscles tense, and our breathing becomes faster. This physiological reaction prepares us to fight or flee. Too much anger can lead to chronic stress, high blood pressure, and weakened immunity. Emotionally, it can cloud your judgment, damage your self-esteem, and strain your relationships. Left unaddressed, anger may also contribute to mental health challenges like anxiety or depression. Acknowledging these effects is important, not to scare you, but to motivate you to seek healthier ways of processing anger. Now, let's dive into how to manage it. When you feel anger bubbling up, it's critical to address it before it spills over. Here are 4 simple techniques for managing anger in the heat of the moment. Ground yourself with breathing. When anger hits, your body is on overdrive. Pause and take deep breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. Step away if needed. If the situation allows, remove yourself temporarily. Stepping away can help disrupt the buildup of anger and give you time to calm down. Remind yourself, this moment doesn't define me. I'll return when I feel ready. Practice active listening. In conflicts, anger often arises from misunderstandings. Instead of interrupting or reacting, focus on what the other person is saying. Active listening can diffuse the situation and help you respond rationally rather than impulsively. Use I statements. Expressing how you feel without placing blame can reduce defensiveness. For example, say, I feel upset when my ideas are dismissed instead of you never listen to me. This clarifies your frustration while inviting cooperation. These steps are small yet powerful. They lower the intensity of anger, helping you regain control over your emotions. Anger often narrows our perspective, making it hard to see the bigger picture. Compassion and gratitude can soften this emotional reaction and reframe your mindset. When you feel angry, try to imagine the other person's viewpoint. Ask yourself, what might they be going through? Developing compassion doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it helps you respond with understanding rather than hostility. Similarly, practicing gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. Reflect on what you're thankful for, even if it's as simple as a good cup of coffee or a supportive friend. Gratitude helps ground you in positivity, reducing the emotional grip of anger. While momentary fixes are helpful, building long-term strategies can transform your relationship with anger. Here are 6 techniques for managing anger over time. Self-reflection and journaling. Keep track of situations that trigger your anger. Over time, patterns will emerge, allowing you to identify and address root causes effectively. Mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness can increase your awareness of emotions as they arise. Meditation, in particular, trains you to observe your feelings without judgment, reducing emotional reactivity. Physical exercise. Regular movement, whether it's yoga, running, or dancing, releases built-up energy from anger and reduces overall stress levels. Strengthen emotional regulation skills. Techniques like cognitive reframing, viewing situations from a different perspective, help you respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Set healthy boundaries. Recognize when certain people or environments consistently provoke unnecessary anger and limit your exposure to them as much as possible. Engage in forgiveness practices. Holding on to resentment only fuels anger. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of past pain. Forgiveness ultimately is a gift you give yourself. Building these habits won't happen overnight, but with consistent effort, you can reprogram how you interact with anger, fostering healthier emotional responses. Managing anger is an ongoing process, and sometimes it's hard to do alone. If your anger feels uncontrollable or consistently interferes with your relationships, work, or mental well-being, it might be time to seek professional help. Therapists and anger management coaches can provide tailored strategies and insight into underlying issues contributing to your anger. Seeking help is not a sign of failure. It's an act of self-care that empowers you to live a more fulfilled and peaceful life. Anger is an inevitable part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. By understanding what anger is and why we experience it, you've already taken the first step toward managing this complex emotion. In the moment, grounding techniques and self-awareness can help you de-escalate your feelings. Remember, this is a process, and there's no shame in asking for support along the way. Whether it's through personal growth strategies or professional guidance, you have the power to reclaim your peace and turn anger into an opportunity for self-improvement. Take that first step today. Your calmer, more resilient self is waiting. Amazing! Did Dr. Sonia just blow your mind or what? Well, buckle up because we're just getting started. We're cooking up a storm of awesome content, hundreds of videos that'll turn your life from mediocre to magnificent. Skip one, and you might as well be skipping out on your own awesomeness. So, do yourself a favor and smash that subscribe button on Dynamic Personality channel right now. Your journey to jaw-dropping fabulousness starts here.